Welcome everybody to this quick Khan tutorial. So first of all, if you are looking at the activities for the week, we are going to be working in Khan Academy. Now I've sent everybody links and you should have gotten an email about a week and a half ago to join Khan Academy, and slowly people have been joining, and probably about 2/3 of the classes in Khan Academy. So we're going to talk today about what you're going to be doing in Khan Academy, what's it going to look like, and how do you get signed up if you haven't already. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get logged into Khan Academy. So to do that, I'm just going to type in Khan Academy and I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go Khan Academy login. Now I've logged in before, and this is my student account. So I created a fake student, David Wittoon. And I did that so that way whenever I assign a Khan Academy assignment, I will also get it, and that way I can take a look at it from a student perspective. So a couple things with this. When you log in, you should get this page right now. If you ever don't get this page, or if you click on some other links, to get back here, all I have to do is go back to the learner's home. And these are the 4 assignments that you should see on your remote learning document HyperDoc for the week. And so you're going to see them here. You probably can find them in Google Classroom. And when I assigned these, I also got an email saying that these were assigned. Now, if you look at the HyperDoc, it'll tell you which ones are due and when. So even though it says due date and time, this is just a sample. I just assigned them to myself. I haven't assigned them to you yet. In fact, by the time you watch this video, they probably will have been assigned to you. So you see the little 4 up here? That will also tell you that they were assigned. But the easiest thing to do is just look at the HyperDoc and go in order. This is one that I finished this morning. So if I click on this one, it'll take me to what I need to do. And it'll say ready to practice. You only have to answer 4 questions. So if these skills are really easy for you, you might be done in 4 to 5 minutes. One of the things that we ask you to do is, if these skills are really easy for you, let us know. We can assign you some more challenging skills, because the goal is to learn. It's to move forward with your math skills. It doesn't do you any good if you know these skills, and these are review skills, so everybody ideally should know them. But if it takes you 5 minutes to do all of these and then you think, oh, I'm done for the day, are you really learning what you should be learning? So how do we go about doing these skills? Well, we just click on Let's Go, and it will take you to the practice. So graph a line with a slope of 4 that contains the point 30. Now, first of all, a couple of things that you'll see here is, if you get stuck, if you look at this and you have no idea what to do, you can click on this link here. There's a video that will help you out, and there's also a place you'll get hints. Now, just understand that if you click on Get a Hint, it says this question won't count towards your progress if you use a hint. So it'll give you a pretty good hint. Sometimes it actually ends up giving you the answers. But just understand, if you use a hint, down here you have to solve 4 problems. If you don't solve those 4 problems, you got to keep going. If you use a hint, it doesn't count towards those 4. So I'm going to keep on thinking. You can always watch the video. So for example, this one's graph a line with a slope of 4 that contains the point 30. So one of the things I can do first is I can put one of these dots on 30. And I know this is my X and this is my Y. So it goes over to the right 3 and it goes up 0. Now I have to find a slope of 4. Now notice it's a positive 4. So if I just count down 1, 2, 3, 4, it should be right here. Once you think you have your answer, you click check. If you get it right, it'll say good work, great job, whatnot. And then you click on next question. Now this one, if I get wrong, we know it's going to be a negative 5, but if I put it on the wrong spot and I make it a positive and I click check, it says not quite, try again, so I can get help, or I can move on to the next question. If I move on to the next question, notice it's on the 3rd one, but I didn't get credit for it. So as I go on, I have to get 4 correct in a row. So it's going to ask me to do more and more. So it's not just do 4 problems. You got to get 4 correct in a row. So one of the things that I like about Khan Academy, again, is you always have the hints for you. This right here, it just allows you different colors. So if you want to say, well, it just allows you some variety. So over here, you can do some drawings. If you're solving problems like 2x equals 6, you can actually do the work over here. And obviously this isn't the work for this one, but it gives you a dry erase board or a scratch board that you can use, some scrap paper that you can use. So feel free to use that. Every once in a while, depending on what the problem is, it'll allow you to use a calculator. And again, use the calculator if it allows you to. So once you get done with this, it will pop up and it'll look something similar to this. So when I finish this one right here, it'll say 100% status. This one I need to start and I need to work on some more. So what happens if you log in and you don't see any of this information? One of the things you're going to want to do is go down to here where it says teachers. And right now it says Brian Wittune is my teacher. Now I could remove that, but understand if you remove me as your teacher, you will not get assigned these problems. You won't get credit for it. It'll show like it's completely missing. Now I am going to have my class code here. Now I've emailed everybody, or at least Khan Academy should have sent you emails, and most of you are already logged in. But if you put my code, you should be added to the class as well. So what you would do is type that code in here, and if you join the class, that's what you need. In fact, that's how I got into the class as David Wittune, because I actually assigned it via my Google Classroom. And obviously, I'm not in my own Google Classroom, so I used a code to sign up. On my end, I see when you have the assignments completed. I see your scores. I can look at your problems, see how many times did it take you to do it. Did it solve you 10? Did it take you 10, 15, 20 times? And whatnot. Now, a couple other things as you get logged in. And again, if you're here and you want to say, where do I go from here? What do I do? Well, if you just go back up to assignments, it'll take you to that page. Or if you go to here and you click on Learner's Home, you can do that. Now, you can make some adjustments here as well. If I click on Edit Profile, you can change your name. I call myself L-Tune. Just understand that on my end, I can also monkey around with your name. And what I'm going to be doing is once I get everybody in here, I'm going to be having your name be last name, comma, first name. That way it'll be alphabetically on my end. So all I ask is that you don't mess with that. If you want to give yourself a funky username, just make sure it's school appropriate. If you want to fill in the bio, you can. That's appropriate too. But once I put these names in here, I want them last name and then first name. That way, and I can take care of that. If you want to take care of it, you can. But otherwise, I'll change that. That way, everything's alphabetical and it's a little bit easier for me. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that as David Wittune, I'm right here. But if I click on that, as I earn points, I can unlock different avatars. And every assignment that you do, you get an avatar for. So right now I'm here. And again, as I lock points, as I earn more, I will be having the option of choosing different avatars, 10,000 points, 50,000 points. Now, if you're ever bored and you want to do some more, you can do all you want. You don't have to wait for me to assign something for you. You can go to courses, and it doesn't necessarily have to be math. Now, do the assignments I'm requesting that you do, but if you want to, you can actually search up things such as art, and you got like art history, it said language arts, and you can take different courses through here if that is something you want to do. Now, again, if you ever need to get back, go right back here, and it should take you to the assignment page. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask and make sure you stay on task and get these done. Again, if you get done earlier, if you think these are, well, if these are all really simple, you're going to get done in about 5 minutes with each one of these, and it's not going to take you very long. I can assign you some harder, more challenging activities that will stretch you mathematically. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask. Email me. Thanks.